So as soon as I walked in there and they took me back to the room where she was, I'm immediately like, I hope everybody got cash because this ain't going to go over well. Now, the dinner is over and the bill comes out. They sit the bill down by her. She looks at the bill. This is the birthday girl. And she's like, oh my God. I go to the bar and I say, hey, I want to close out my tab. And they say, okay. I say, I'd like to also add my dinner to my tab.
Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host, Fahim, and today we got some more TikTok content. Storytime, birthday dinner goes bad now. Y'all sisters get crazy when it comes to these functions sometimes. So I don't know what to expect, especially when it comes to these birthday dinners. So I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it.
Hey friends, I'm back and I got a story time for you. Let's not wait, let's get into it. Okay, so first and foremost, let me give a disclaimer. I know that many of the people that's involved in today's story follows me on TikTok. Listen, I'm not disclosing any real names, and I'm going to advise y'all not to comment on my post of this story time because you're going to be outing yourself, and the consequences. Now, let's hop into it. So, my friend's birthday is right before New Year's. And she was having a birthday dinner, whatever. So she sent out the invites and everything. So I told her, I'm like, well, let me see if I can get a sitter because my grown kids was at home. But even though they're at home for the holidays, they still be with their friends. I'm like, if I can get a sitter, I will definitely be there. She like, well, let me know because I need an RSVP. Got to get a restaurant account. Cool. So probably like, I'm going to say like right at the deadline for her RSVP, I get a sitter. So I let her know I'm coming. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, let me also preface this by telling you that most of the people at this dinner don't like me. But they don't have no good reason not to like me. They just don't like me. Like, we never had no beef, never had no falling out. It's just that my friends' friends don't like me. And that's their problem. Because I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm going to show up every time. So anyway, fast forward, we go to the dinner. Now, this is a high-end steakhouse, okay? When I walk into the dinner, she has her own reserved room. Now, you know, when you have those rooms at the steakhouses, this particular steakhouse especially, you got to have like a $7,000 like minimum total type thing. So you got to make sure everybody that you RSVP is showing up and is going to be able to, be able to spend. So as soon as I walked in there and they took me back to the room where she was, I'm immediately like, I hope everybody got cash because this ain't going to go over well. Because
I already know where this bullshit going. I already know where it's going. Y'all know where it's going too. But what do you guys think about entertaining a birthday party or birthday dinner with people that do not like you? I understand that it is for her best friend or a very close friend of her, and it just so happens that that friend's friends don't necessarily like her. I don't know if I would be present. Because I know that there will be a problem, I know that there will be an altercation, and I know that that could potentially ruin the birthday dinner. That's just me. Some people may have a different opinion, and I understand, but leave your comments in the description. I would like to hear what you got to say.
you know them big dinners, how they always go, okay? So now everybody get to order. The first thing they come around, they order in drinks. And I'm looking at them. And I order a drink or whatever, but I'm driving. So when I'm driving, I'll be drinking like that at the restaurant. Unless I like take a Uber or something. I'm just like, I don't like to drink and drive. So I order a martini, a lemon drop, a lemon drop with tequila. So that right there is probably, I'm gonna say maybe $16. I'm looking at them, they throwing them back. They ordering the drinks, throwing them back. And I'm just looking. Now, I'm not the person to count nobody's pockets. But baby, when I'm drinking something, I add in my head because I know what I'm prepared to spend. And I was prepared to pay for her food, okay? I did not tell her I was going to do that, but it's just something I do. So I was prepared to do that. So I'm looking. Now, it is a big dinner. It's like 15, maybe 16 people. So they're all ordering drinks. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, here it come. We've heard it before. Yes, here it come. So the drinks. Now we're ordering appetizers, right? Now, one thing about me, I'm going to order. Okay, then went into a part two. So one thing about me is I'm going to order a whole bunch of appetizers that I'm not going to eat. And I already know I do that, but I like to taste a little bit of this, taste a little bit of that. So I order like 5 appetizers. So I pick off the appetizers, what I'm eating. And then I was like, they're pretty decent portions. So, of course, I just let everybody else off the table eat them too. Granted, everybody was ordering appetizers, so it was like a bunch of appetizers. So, but still, I'm looking at the price of my appetizers. So I already know what I'm spending. I know what I'm spending, okay? Because everything I order, I know what I'm spending. I always look to see what the price is. Now it's time for the entrees. Okay. I've been to this restaurant a billion times. I ordered the same thing. I know how much it costs. I ordered the same way. I'm one of those people, same thing, same way. I eat the same food. Order my entree, get my entree. Everybody else is ordering their entrees. They're getting it. And I'm looking at the stuff that they're getting. I'm like, now, like I said, I'm not counting nobody's pockets, but I eat Wagyu. I already know I'm finna spend a pretty penny on Wagyu. It's very expensive. I like to eat it. So I assume that if other people like to eat it, they know what it costs. So when you're getting this and you're getting extra portions of this, that's being counted up. Okay.
And this is part of the problem as to why you shouldn't entertain a birthday dinner with a bunch of people that don't necessarily like you. Because the prerequisite to many of these dinners should be a conversation that revolves around who pays for what, how much we're expecting as far as a payment per person, and how much the bill will be in total. Things like that. But when you have a bunch of people that don't necessarily like you, there's a lesser likelihood that that conversation will be had because you all don't like each other. And this is where the issues begin.
Everybody eat, they laugh and everything. I'm just kind of sitting now. She's entertaining. I'm there by myself, like I told you. Many people, like, they don't fool with me, which is okay. I can still be social though, because I be laughing and talking like they do. But I'm kind of at the end of the table, and I'm just chilling, and I'm talking to like one of her relatives. Now, the dinner is over, and the bill comes out. They sit the bill down by her. She looks at the bill. This is the birthday girl, and she's like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Oh, here we go." So then she started passing the bill around. So she look up and she asked the waiter, she like, "Can you split the bills?" He was like, "Oh, we don't split bills here." So they started passing the bill around. And I'm just knowing, I'm like, where this bill get to me? And so before the bill even gets to me, one of the girls that got the bill first, she was like, "Well, we can all just break it down even." Who? Well, let's see how much it is. How much we talking about first?
So this the thing. So I get kind of confused with the terminology here, but I'm assuming when she says break it down to even, she means we're going to evenly distribute the bill across all of the people that are at the table. And that's not necessarily what everybody thought because the conversation wasn't had. You see, up until this point, some people may have had that understanding, but others may have had the understanding that I'm going to pay for what I ordered. You see, because when the conversation isn't had, then it gives some people, broke people sometimes, the excuse to put all of the expenses of the items that they ordered on other people at the table. That's what it gives them an excuse to do, and that is why that conversation should be had. You know what I'm saying?
For you somehow breaking it down even. Okay. So everybody looking at it, and already people are getting like, no, like I only spent, I'm like, here we go. I knew this was gonna happen. Then everybody got cards. Well, can I send my money to somebody? I got a card. I can Zelle you. I'm looking like, because I'll never do that again. So it's going around the table. Now, it's starting to, because remember, we're in this private room. It's starting to get a little loud. Because now it's commotion happening. People are trying to break down their bill, figure out what they spend. Everybody's talking back and forth. At this point, I still ain't even seen the bill. Everybody's talking back and forth with, Now, I forgot a very important detail. When I ordered my lemon drop with tequila, I ordered it from the bar. Okay. So keep in mind, the bar tab, they will usually let you close your bar tab out at the dinner. So by the time the bill got to me, and I looked at that bill, who's about to, because everything that I ordered added up was like $200 max. And that's with a generous tip. And because I was going to pay for the birthday girl's dinner, I was prepared to put down like $583. That's what I said I will spend, $583. That wasn't even going to dent that bill. Okay? Okay, so all that ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, at this point, they talking real, I'm not going to say they're arguing, but they talking real greasy to each other about how it should be split and about the birthday girl covering. So I get up and I walk over to the birthday girl and I say, hey, what are you doing after this? And she says, we gonna go back to my house, not the whole group, but a couple of her friends, and just have some drinks and just chill out and like do whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. I said, I'll meet you at your house. She like, what you talking about? I'm like, I'll meet you at your house. She looking at me like, I go to the bar and I say, hey, I want to close out my tab. And they say, okay. I say, I'd like to also add my dinner to my tab. And so my bill was like $210, $215 or something like that. I paid that $215. I took the balance that I told you I was going to pay. I was going to drop $583. I walked back in the room and I put it on the table in front of the birthday girl and said, here is the money for your meal. Now, I don't know how much her meal was, but I knew it wasn't more than that because she didn't even order. She don't even eat steak, okay? She literally, her order was, she had some chicken. So you know it wasn't that much. And I said, I'll see you. Text me when you're on your way to your house and I'll meet you there.
Given the context of this situation, this sister is very intelligent. She did the best thing she could do given this situation. She didn't bicker, she didn't argue, she didn't start an altercation with other girls at the table, given that there was a high potential, there was a high probability that that could happen, given that they already have friction with one another. She simply got up, removed herself, went to pay her bill and pay the birthday girl's bill, came back, offered the money on the table, and said, I will see you at your house. That is the most courteous, most formal, professional, I guess you would say, just overall the best thing that you could have done in a situation like this if you're an individual that has some level of etiquette. You understand? And so I commend her, but I just got a feeling that it's not gonna be that simple.
And I left. On my way out the door, I could hear the whispers. Where's she about to go? What's she about to do? She didn't pay for her meal. Actually, I did. So I heard the girl call the waitress over there, and the waitress came over there, and I feel like she was telling her something about me because the waitress was like, oh, no, she, like, basically, like, she paid. She checked out. And they're like, thought you said you don't split the bill. She's like, no, we don't, but she ordered from the bar, so she already had a tab over there. Mind your business. Because I'm not splitting nothing even. Now, I know that's not how
I didn't know that's how that worked. I was confused about that as well. So she said you weren't able to split, but she had a tab. I don't eat beef or pork. I don't eat steak, so I don't really know. I don't go to steak houses like that. I don't really know how this whole thing works. Feel free to leave some information down below, but that just makes her even more savvy and cunning given this situation. That's hilarious.
supposed to do it traditionally. But no, I'm not, that tab, no. That tab was over $7,000 and I only ate about 200. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, this is where it gets super duper greasy. So I'm going to say maybe like an hour and a half. I don't really know what went down at the rest. Hey friends, okay, y'all know I don't like a super long story time. So whatever you don't get out of this, you ain't about to get. So an hour and a half go by and I realized she still ain't called me. So I'm like, well, let me just call to make sure everything went okay. Because remember, we supposed to be going back to her house to kick it. So I call her. She pick up. She's super dry with me. I'm like, hey, like, are we still what you like? We already at my house. I'm like, okay, I head over there. She's like, okay, hang up. I was like, ooh, okay. But she did sound drunk. So I'm like, okay, she probably drunk. It's her birthday, like, whatever.
Nope. Now you're about to be in a household filled with women that don't like you. For all of the sisters that watch me, how do you think that that's about to turn out? Not very good.
To the game. So I head over there. I go in there. And now, at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just spend the night over here, whatever. So we get to drinking. And it's me, her, and then it's two of her other friends, right? We're the only ones there. playing the music, drinking everything. You know, I get a few drinks in me and I get up, I'm moving around, doing everything like that. And then I can't find my phone. Now, I should probably tell you, I always lose my phone when I've been drinking. I do not know why. I sit it down, it be in the couch, on the side, behind it. I don't even know. So I can't find my phone. So I go up to her and I was like, now at this point, she slapped because it's her birthday. And I say, hey, I can't find my phone. Let me use your phone so I can call my phone so I can find it. So she like is over there on the table, right? Now at this, she got like a what do you call the big armrest that you can kind of like let back and let your feet out, whatever that is. She's in her chair like that, and she's like babbling like Oren. So I'm like, where is it? So basically, I'm looking around and I see it on. She got like a thing in her kitchen, like a breakfast bar. So I go and get her phone, pick her phone up because I'm trying to call my phone. I was not being nosy. As I picked up her phone to call my phone, I could see that she had unread text messages. And I guess her phone notifications will keep notifying her because she didn't read it. And so when it popped up the thing, and I see it's from a friend that's in the house with her, I'm like, why is she texting her? Granted, it should be none of my business, but I'm going to open it every time, okay? Dude, I opened this text message. Bruh, her and her friends have been talking SHIT about me the whole time I was in this house. But they was doing it via text. We all kicking it, chilling, drinking, having a good time. And they're texting each other about me. She started it. My friend, she's the one that initiated. This B didn't even want to break the bill down. I don't even know why she here. She see I ain't call her. Oh. Okay. Remember I told you I was going to say tonight because I already been drinking.
Grimy as hell. Boy, women be grimy. See, brothers be more overt. A brother straight up tell another brother, yo, listen, bro, I don't really like you like that, bro. I don't want you here. I ain't even about to extend the invitation to your black ass. But sisters, why would you even invite her to the house? Why would you even tell her to come to the house or accept her offer to come to the house if you knew you didn't want her there anymore? Not to mention, didn't she pay for birthday girl bill? How are you going to be upset with her? Make that make sense. She not obligated to sit there and split all y'all bills. Y'all ordering a leg, arm, and a torso on a doggone plate. And she obligated to pay that for y'all? Man, please. Please.
And I don't like drinking and driving. And I mean, it was like in it, like she thinks she missed Big Shot, but she can't split the bill and da 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 da. And she always acting like she got this and got that. B ain't really got this and got that. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't say nothing. I put her phone down. Mind you, I could see all the messages between all of them. I put her phone down. I got my stuff. I went downstairs. Okay, friends, that last part was supposed to be the last part, but this is going to be the last part, so I'm going to speed through this. So I politely put her phone down. I got my stuff, and I headed downstairs. The girl, one of her other friends, they like, where you going? Everybody drunk. I ain't say nothing. I went downstairs. I got in my car. I went home. Fast forward the next day. I'm going to probably say afternoon. She calling me, blowing my phone up. And then she texts me. She like, hey, call me. She like, somebody busted my windows out my car and I don't know what happened. What do you want me to call you for? What do you want me to call you? So I text her back. And I said, well, you the one always acting like a big shot. You ain't got the money to fix your windows? I'm just saying.
She did exactly what she was supposed to do. Don't call me now that things are going bad for you. You were just talking ish about me. Now you want to call me when it's beneficial. Now you want to contact me when you think I got something to give. No. Keep ish talking me and mud washing me the same way you was before that dirty, funky, spunky window was broken. Thank you very much. Thank you for sitting here and watching another clocked out conversation. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.